Hey YouTube, it's Tyler the Antenna Man. Today I'm going to talk about the changes in over-the-air TV with the FCC Repack and how it affects you as an over-the-air TV viewer. TV stations nationwide are moving frequencies now until the end of 2020. Why are they doing this? First, I want to talk about the history of the television ban and where TV stations used to broadcast on, where they broadcast now, so that you understand where they are moving to. When TV stations first came on the air as mostly VHF stations, channel 2 through 13, and the FCC added the UHF band, so up until the 1980s, TV stations broadcasted on channels 2 through 83. Once consumer cell phones started to go into play, the FCC decided to repurpose a little bit of the television spectrum and put TV stations on channels 2 through 69 up until 2009. Now, after 2009, it was decided that TV stations needed to move to channels 2 through 52 to again accommodate wireless providers and the increasing need for wireless spectrum. So currently, TV stations broadcast on channels 2 through 51, and many of you are probably saying, oh, but I have a channel 56 or a channel 60 in the area. How is that possible? They are using something known as the virtual channel, which is essentially what your television tuner shows the TV station as, even though they may be broadcasting on a different channel. Most TV stations do not broadcast on the channel they identify as. So for example, if you have an NBC3 or an ABC6 in your area, they aren't necessarily on that frequency. It just shows up as channel 6 or whatever channel you've seen them on with your TV tuner. In 2014, the FCC announced that they were looking to clear some of the unused television spectrum and once again divert some of it to wireless providers, specifically for the launch of 5G networks, and that TV stations would have to move to channels 2 through 36. The FCC then held an auction in 2016 where participating TV stations would essentially bid for a sum of money to put their TV transmitter off the air and either channel share with another channel in the market or just go off the air completely, as some low-power TV stations did. This move was ultimately to make room for all the TV stations that would have to move to fit into the new television ban, and then wireless providers would bid on the available spectrum, so certain wireless providers would have rights to the new unused television spectrum. This whole concept may sound scary if you're using an antenna for over-the-air TV programming. Why is the FCC pushing these TV stations off once again? Are they eventually just going to push them off the air altogether? Not really. They just need a little bit more room for the cell phone providers. And in fact, many TV stations did not ultimately go off the air. They just channel shared with another TV station in the market. In fact, a few TV stations in my area took payouts to put their signal off the air. Specifically, WFMZ 69, they received about $141 million, and then PBS 39 received about $38 million. When I first heard about this, I thought, what the hell are they doing? You guys are putting your signal off the air. You're some of the most popular TV stations in the area. But what later happened is they channel shared with the TV station in my market that happened to have the superior signal. And they even added new antennas and height, so that way people who were relying on that signal got even better coverage. There were many times in the Poconos where I was not able to get WFMZ or PBS 39 because UHF frequencies don't go over mountains too well. But I am able to get the new frequency, which includes PBS 39, WFMZ, and WBPH 60 all on one single channel. In addition, the two channels reinvested some of that money into their programming. PBS 39 added a weeknight newscast, which was very good for the area because for the longest time, WFMZ was the main station that covered the Allentown, Bethlehem, Easton, Pennsylvania region, with the Philadelphia channels only covering maybe one story a night. WFMZ focused on the region, and now PBS 39 is able to focus on the region thanks to the money they received from the incentive auction. The parent company of WFMZ used the proceeds to purchase TV2 in Philadelphia, and at the time they had a very bad signal on RF channel 2. You need an antenna this long in order to pick them up, and even when you had the proper outdoor antenna, it still pixelated like crazy just because of the interference on that band. They tripled the power and made it so that it was actually a watchable signal in the market, and they plan on applying for an over-the-air repeater in the Allentown market to make things even better. So I got into some very specific details about this just to kind of explain that TV stations weren't completely going off the air and leaving the over-the-air antenna viewers in the dark. All you really need to take away from this video is that TV stations are moving to below channels 37, so channels 2 through 36, to make room for wireless providers. Very few of you will be impacted. Most of you will just have to run a rescan sometime between now and 2020 to keep all the channels you have. A lot of TV stations are taking this opportunity to increase their over-the-air TV signal. They're not stupid about cord cutters. They know a lot of people are cutting the cord and using the antenna for programs, so they do want a decent signal for people to pick up their TV station. Many are applying for higher positions on the power, so they're higher up and they can get a better signal, and some are also applying for power increases. So in the end, you don't have to worry about your favorite TV stations going off the air. Most of them are just moving frequencies, and you will have to run a rescan in order to continue to pick up their channel, many with a stronger signal. Now there is one culprit that I plan on talking about in a future video of mine. The owner of Dell Computers did something really messed up to people that receive over-the-air TV broadcasts in rural areas. I will get into a topic on what specifically they did and probably why you shouldn't buy any Dell products in the future if you're an over-the-air viewer in the future video that I make. In the meantime, subscribe to my channel for more cord cutting and antenna related information. Have an awesome day.